Now it's time for Chapter 18, Elements of Gole. Bree looked confused. Elements? Like the 4 elements? Fire, water, earth, and wind? Samuel nodded and gestured for Bree to follow him. He walked to the curved staircase along the western wall and began to walk up to the 2nd level. Bree and Blaze close behind. Odiana was already there, examining the flowers along the wall. Halfway up the stairs, Samuel began to talk. The 4 primary elements you know can be found in every realm, especially Gole. Here, they are a gift from the ether to control the land. Long before the king and Serato, a group of elder wizards helped gain access to the 4 elements to bless the land and make it plentiful. Since the elements came from the ether, it was important to keep each element safe. Unfortunately, Zirrim knew that as well. So when Regan brought him to Gole, he took control over those elements to weaken the ether in order to control it for himself and Regan. He stopped at the top of the stairs and turned to face Bree. What neither of them realized was that Elder Serato and I made sure that only a member of the Golean royal family, or a member of the Royal Golean Legion, could access the ether. Since they're all dead, Bree said, I'm the only one who can get to the ether. Samuel nodded. Not even Shen or I can get to it. Only you can. A realization crossed her mind. Wait, wasn't Regan a member of the Royal Golean Legion? Couldn't he just access the ether? His original disobedience to the king and the betrayal of Gole by becoming a pirate caused Serato to remove any connection Regan had to the ether. But he still has the power and abilities given to him by the ether? She asked, to which Samuel nodded. Why didn't they try to follow me? Samuel turned and led her and Blaze to the central stone terrace. They realized too late what we did. Shen had fled in secret to the fairy temple, and Serato was dead. No one was left to help them. Regan was furious, and he and Zirrim took over all the elements to make sure that no one could reclaim access to the ether except them. They were now outside on the stone terrace, overlooking all of Gole. Below them was the forest that Bree, Blaze, and Odiana had camped out in last night. Most of Gole was bathed in sunlight, but dark clouds hovered over the forest to the east. Samuel looked to the west as he continued speaking. Regan and Zirrim brought dark powers to this land and placed powerful monsters in each of the elemental temples. He pointed to a tower in the far northwest where the mountains curved to follow the shoreline, before turning into a plateau by the Golean harbor. Guarding the northwest edge of Gole is the wind tower of Vayu. He then gestured past the castle Gole to the far southwest. Bree could see marshland leading to a vast section of foothills before the distant southern mountains. Past the poisonous marshlands, you'll find the fire temple, hidden in the old Agonian troll caves. He walked behind Bree to the other side of the terrace facing east and the now setting sun. Bree had noted that the eastern setting sun was strange, but being from Gole, it still felt oddly natural. Samuel continued, pointing to the east. Past the fairy temple in the northern forest where you first arrived, you'll find the water temple, inside the ice pyramid of Ap. He then made a strange face and motioned to the far southeast, where Bree could see a desert. Finally, there's the Temple of Earth, buried underneath the Gaian Desert. Bree looked at the strange view in the east, where the snow-capped mountains stood, near the ice pyramid, sticking above the tree line of the North Forest. She found it strange because the forest thinned out further south he looked. The desert seemed to slowly develop, until all he could see into the far south and east. God, where do I begin, she asked, still staring to the east. Anywhere you like. But you must know that wherever you do begin, once you restore the first element, Zirrim will know you're here and try to stop you. She turned to face Samuel. How will I restore the elements? Defeat the evil beast guarding the energy. Once you've done that, the light will return to the charm and show your progress. Bree took her necklace out and stared at the pendant. The pearl in the middle seemed to be glowing a little, but the 6 black jewels all around it were still dark. If there are 4 elements, why do I have 2 extra? Samuel reached out and held the pendant. Those are your elements, Bree. We all have good and evil within us, and once you come to terms with the light and darkness that challenge you, the 2 extra jewels will light up. She took the pendant back from him and placed it inside her shirt. I only have a slingshot. I'll need weapons. Samuel moved to the edge of the terrace and pointed to the forest that lay between the mountains and the castle Gole. Somewhere in the Royal Golean Forest is a secret stronghold used by the Royal Golean Legion. The charm you wear will lead the way. Start there and find what you can. Bree nodded. I'll leave at first light tomorrow. And that's the end of that chapter. See ya.